Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special skiff swap and tuning of this brand new knife. This is the Kaviso We Knives Collab. It's an exclusive at Kaviso. This is the Praxis. There was a CVV version of this that was a budget one. This is a little more premium and titanium scales. It's a gray stone wash titanium with a titanium clip. That's, recessed screws with it, and also in a cutout in the scales, frame lock. Everything's nicely chamfered. Beautiful, beautiful knife. I have a opening first impression video I dropped recently on this. I definitely think maybe go check that out. But what we're going to do here is we're going to see if we can tune this a little bit. I think it's already great, but it is pretty stiff. I mean, for thumb studs, it's a little tight. If you like to be a flipper only, you may love this. If you like really strong detents, this would be perfect for you, but I feel like it could be a little softer because it's already starting to rip a little bit on the thumb stubs on my thumb. So I feel like it's just a hair too tight, and I think some Skiff washers might make this just absolutely perfect for me. And I believe these are the size Skiff washers, but we will double check. I think it's these, but let's confirm. Hopefully I have them. I have some more coming in, and if they're not, then, we'll come back and finish it up with there. But let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing I want to do is make sure I know what size my pivots are. So I believe these are all T8s. Yeah, all T8s. Except for, is this a T6 for the yeah, T6 for the pocket clip, but I don't think I need to take the pocket clip off if I can get through it right here. So let's see. Let's give it a try. There's a captive pivot on this side, so let's start off with that first. I don't want to come out. Well, we'll get to it here in just a second. So it's always when it's a little tough in there, I want to make sure I don't strip it. There's my other one came out finally. So when you have a pivot that's really tight like that, oh, I think I just cut myself. Anyways, you need to make sure you have a nice, I would say, get a stubby screwdriver or bit torque bit like this, because you don't want that torque to travel. I think I might have scratched it a little bit, right? So that's kind of a bummer there. All right, so let's see. This should come apart pretty well here. Are we good? I think we're good. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that little part's going to be stuck in there over there. So that's all right. So we have some things here. All right, so let's check on that pivot. If it's 1/16, we're all good to go. Hold on. I'm going to take this out. There's the 5mm. Oh, no, this might be a 5mm one. Might not be able to swap these out yet. I might have to wait for some more parts to come in. Yeah, it's too small. That's a bummer. Well, we'll clean it out for now, and we'll come back to it. That would have been nice, because I think it would have really benefited from that. But we'll do a little tuning, and we'll clean this out. Might be okay for now. If the washers take a little while to come in, then what did I just drop? Okay, I'm back. I dropped one of these for back here, and you don't want to lose that. So let's go ahead and clean this out. Pop this off. And you can see this is a captive pivot right there. It's got a little milling. That's nice. I am going to take the little steel washer out. It's a little dirty, and we can clean that. We'll take that one out too. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take this deep pocket carry clip off so we can have a little better access here. All right, that way we can clean things a little bit better, because we've got oil and stuff down there. Now you can see how far that lock bar is. I'm going to want to move that in just a little bit, but very carefully. Okay, let's clean everything else off first. Yeah, you can see those washers were pretty dirty. Yeah, pretty dirty. So what I like to do sometimes for something like this where it's making contact, normally don't do it for Wii's, but I'll just try to make sure there's no abrasive stuff here where the pivot goes around, right? So I'll just polish that just a little bit, make sure there's no little stuff sticking up. All right, so now in order to get to this, I need to loosen that. So I have a little tool for that. All right, I'm back. See if I can get it out with this. A little plastic, kind of almost like a pick, right? Trying to get in there without using metal so I'm not breaking stuff, scratching it. All right, sometimes when they're like that, I have one other trick. We're almost there. There we go. It's a tight fit. I didn't want to scratch it all up, so I'm sure in plant they probably have a tool that screws right in there. You can just pull it right up. That's the idea. All right, so when I do this, I look for a spot where I can see how high it is. So sometimes I'll take the blade and the tang of the blade, and I'll bring that over here to see how far it is. So it's a little bit above. So less is better. Don't go crazy. I'm sorry, it went down a little bit. So we're going to go there. This is a little soft on this one. I noticed that. So be careful. Don't overdo it. All right, good. All right, so let's reassemble. So I always do phosphor bronze. I always polish them. I just wonder if there's a little benefit here if I just do this. Just get it a little smooth. Make sure there's no corrosive materials, nothing sticking up. So there's the cutout. All right, so that's going to go on the inside. Oh, let's clean the screw here a little bit. I wish I had those washers today. I'm sorry, guys. If you see this video, this is the quick video I'm going to insert, where I'm going to go ahead and install the Skiff washers that I got in from my other video that I took the knife apart and tuned to detent, but I never got a chance to put in Skiffs. So let's go ahead and do that now. Just so you know, these are very thin screws, so make sure you use a stubby screwdriver for those. Got to have good leverage and good force. There you go. With the washers installed, and even better action than I thought. So definitely worth considering putting the Skiff washers in this knife. As you can see, drop action, beautiful. So nice and flippy. Well, not flippy, I don't know what you call that, but action's still great. Only thing I would say when you do this, be careful of this. Make sure you've got a good stubby driver. This is pretty, don't use something that goes away that you can't really get in there and get good leverage. get a nice flat contact, because it's kind of a thin washer, so I almost stripped that, and I got to be careful. So otherwise, I will just edit that into the regular video, and there you go. Now, there's no hollowed out on the blade. It's going to be hollowed out on these, so I'm going to have the exposed side go inside where it's more sealed, okay? That's how you want to do that. We'll put a little oil on the back here. And we're going to do our heavy grade oil for the detent and detent hole and track. All right. Let's put the clips on. Yeah, I sure wish I had some skiffs for this one. That would have been nice. If I get the skiffs in before I need to drop this video, I will edit that in. You'll probably see a little clip that's already been done before I'm doing all this last assembly stuff. All right, and it'll be just me kind of doing in between here where I would have replaced the skiffs, okay? Or else I'll have a different ending for this one. I'm going to put a little Loctite on here. Here we go. All right, so it wasn't seated into the little captive pivot, so that was the problem there. Got to make sure you do that. And I wish they weren't as shallow screws, but you know, it is what it is. So we've got that on there. No blade play. Action's pretty good. Can left reverse flick it finally. Flipper still really good. Yeah, I've got plenty of, I feel, strong enough detent. Let's listen clicking in. No detent lash. Got a little dirt there on it. Did we scratch the blade? Hope not. It was just dirt. Yeah, it's dirt. Thank goodness. It's like, I'm going to scratch the blade soon enough, but I don't want to scratch it when I was trying to make it better. That's frustrating, right? I mean, I'm all right doing that at some point, but let me enjoy the brand new knife a little bit first before I do that. I'm okay with that. It's kind of like that first scratch on your car. If you get a new car, if you've ever got a new car and you get a first scratch, it just kills you. You don't have any scratches in your car, and then that first scratch happens, and hopefully it's you that did it, not somebody else, because it's always worse when somebody else does it and you don't know who did it. But it's always better when it's you. I mean, it's not better, it still sucks, but it's more bearable knowing that you did it. You don't have to project your anger at somebody else. You just say, well, I did it, I inaugurated it, my car is good. Same with a knife. I like to have that first scratch be myself. If it's a brand new knife, that's why I'm not always keen on lending it out, in a sense, because if somebody else gets that first scratch, it's like, I wanted to do that. Not that I wanted to scratch it, but if anybody's going to do it, I should be the first one. If it's going to be a user, which all my knives are. I mean, my very nice high-end knives, I may not go out and do crazy things with it, but they're still users, right? So let's just make sure everything's nice and tight. Yep. I will tell you, I could probably loosen that detent just a little bit more, but I think it'll be fine. And what I'm going to do is break that track in a little bit here. So what I'm doing, pushing down on the lock bar with the detent ball, not crazy, just a little bit of pressure, right? You don't want to break things. You're just trying to increase, make that track develop more quickly. So that's all you're doing. Especially if it's got like this bead blasted, you want to get that nice clear track where it goes. And I put that 85 weight nano oil on there, and that's where the detent ball track goes over. So you'll see how that alone right there is kind of breaking it in already. See how it's already starting to drop? And that has a lot to do with getting that break-in part. And this kind of helps accelerate that a little bit. So I'm getting to the point before it locks on the frame lock. Here it's locked, right? Then you have to release it. It's when that detent ball goes over the tang of the blade before this frame lock engages on the tang. So I'm right before that, and then all the way to where the detent ball goes into the hole and out. So that's the whole, oops, see, I went too far. That's the whole track where that detent ball goes. So there's two ways when you have a short flipper. You can grab up on top here where you get your thumb up here. I see like Kevin and lefties do this all the time. They'll go up here and they'll flip it like that. I do that with my Rick Hinderer. If you got a longer clip, it's a little easier if you get your finger on the clip. Make sure you don't put any pressure on there, and then you can usually flip it out. That usually works. And that's why I say I think my detent could have been a little bit better, but my fingers are kind of tired because I've been pushing down really hard. So I'm noticing that I think this is more because my hands are tired from pushing on that lock bar. Just kind of break it in. Yeah, see, it doesn't sound as gritty. It's a lot smoother where the detent ball is, but this is also where a nice set of skiffs really goes a long way. All right, so now my hand rests a little bit. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, it absolutely does. So my hand was tired. You know, it's hard work breaking in your knife. Sometimes, you know, if you want to get that really nice action, you know, you can do certain things to kind of speed up that. So you don't drive everybody nuts in the family by flicking your knife over and 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 over. Or be on calls like I am with certain customers and executives and stuff, and I'll have my director or somebody eye me or something in Teams and go, "Is that you flicking the knife?" And I'm like, "Oops, sorry." Sometimes it's not just a knife. Sometimes I like to flick knives. It's a nice fidget toy, but I also have a Mobius cube. Mobius cubes are fun too. If you've never had one, this is a great fidget toy. And then when I'm on a call and I'm really thinking I can usually do this pretty fast one-handed. I got pretty good at it for a while. So anyways, there's fidget toys. This is one. This is another. All right. I could even make this a fidget toy here because this one flicks really nicely. So that's fun. So anyways, but there you go. That is already much better, I will say. Absolutely much better. I do think Skiffs will go a long way on this one. I can't wait to put some in. Hopefully they come in tomorrow or Friday. So we will see. Then we'll have them in. And the knife will be better. And you will have a little, you'll see, already seen the update in the video. All right. That was it for my tuning of the detent. Some of you guys, if you're not into tuning detents, skip this video. If there's not your cup of tea, skip this video. If you find this boring, skip this video. This is just a help. For some of you guys, you just want to see the inside of the Praxis. You want to see what size skiffs it takes. You want to see how easy it is to take apart, what screws goes where, and how to disassemble and reassemble, and what the parts that compose it, and make sure it's nice and centered, right? You want to just see that. You want to see, does this actually really help? And you can already see, from my perspective, that's already there, right? That's a huge difference for me. I still have a nice, crisp detent for a flick, right? I like that. I'm not ripping the skin off my thumb right now. Both sides right here. And then without tired hands, can easily reverse flick it on the left hand as well. So to me, it's absolutely worth it. I love that little, just a quick shake and it's locked in. Eventually that's going to have a nice drop shut, a very controlled drop shut. And that's what I'm going for. Some people like the little shaky shake, so they might make that a little tighter. I make it tight where there's no pivot play. So now I got to let this sit overnight so that Loctite sits and stays tight on it, and then we're all set. All right, so that was it for this one. Just so you know, we didn't have the pivots. We will eventually get the pivots and put them in. If I have the pivots, I'll either cut from here or I've already cut from here. You won't even see this, but I will talk about the size of the pivots and that you'll put in there. I do believe they are going to be the 5mm. I ordered like 6 or 7 of them. 11 ball count, 1/16. So those are the ones that I should be getting in from Skiffs tomorrow. And by the way, if you buy Skiffs, you do know if you use code RNK10, you get 10% off of Skiffs, off of the cheat sheet, off of the finger bit tools, not the blades, not the custom knives, but you get off of the Skiffs and the washers and the tools. You can absolutely do that. They have some nice tools there. Go check them out. Use RNK10, get 10% off. I am a Skiff partner. It's a little savings I get to you. It does give me a little bit of advantage, gives me some discount when I buy some things by you buying stuff, so it helps me out. I get a better discount. Sometimes Steve will send me giveaways. And so, yeah, it does help the channel. It helps you guys out. So if you happen to patronize and buy some Skiffs, please use RNK10. It'll eventually come back to the channel and hopefully back to you guys. So there you go. All right. If you have any questions about this, about the installation and everything that I did, please let me know. Let me clear everything off the table because we want to get a nice picture of this. Just so you can see it. Really doesn't change how it looks, but this is just for the little thumbnail for the video. But I like this right here. I like this might be a nice video right here. There you go. All right, very cool. Like I said, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, entertaining, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? If you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel, allows the channel to grow, allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to you guys who watch the videos, who subscribe, who like the videos. I really appreciate it, especially if you watch the videos. Please like them, make it some sort of comment. It does help the algorithm. Also, if you've done all of that and you enjoy the videos, hit the notification button so you can be notified of future content. And finally, if you are a channel member, I want to say thank you. Thank you to every one of my channel members. I appreciate you guys. There's going to be once a month giveaway. I really do appreciate that. We have stickers I give to everybody, and then there'll be some special stickers for the higher tiers. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. On top of that, if you happen to want to help and become part of the channel and help be part of the channel membership, please feel free to sign up. We have different tiers from really low inexpensive ones to some higher ones. If you want to be more generous to the channel, I would appreciate it. It helped pay for shipping. It absolutely helps for a lot of the giveaways. It does help make it not it doesn't quite cover everything, but it helps a lot, and I just want to say thank you. I just want to be honest. I wish I was making money off this channel. I'm not. It is in the red, so to speak, but I figure we do this long enough, hopefully more vendors will come along and donate things, and more people watch the videos, and that'll help the channel grow. So that's what I'm going for, because I want to share my love of knives with you guys. And I appreciate you guys. All right, if you haven't already, maybe also check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.